Traffic fatalities in Minnesota have decreased while seatbelt use has increased. However, distracted driving still remains a major problem in the state. Even if you're not into shopping, you're sure to find something to your taste, like this light roast Ethiopian from Trail Creek Coffee Roasters. Reporting in St. Peter, Alex.Tejada, KEYC News 12. While there may have only been a few plein air artists on hand, everyone had the chance to enjoy the waterfalls and even try a little painting themselves. In Minneopa State Park, Alex.Tejada, KEYC News 12. All 13 of the sailors remain good friends and stress that the social aspect is just as important as the spirit of competition. State Street Theater will host a Halloween maze next weekend before the next stage performance, Divas Through the Decades, on November 2nd. In New Ulm, Alex.Tejada, KEYC News 12.
While the year's top movies, video games, and TV shows make great Halloween costumes, the classics still remain top sellers.
Runners continued to pass through scenic Sibley Park until 2 in the afternoon, with the finish line less than a mile away. In Mankato, Alex.Tejada, KEYC News 12.
Open from 7 to 11 every weekend in October, Northern Lights is sure to tap into one of your phobias. In Garden City, Alex.Tejada, KEYC News 12. Music, wine, food, dancers, and dirty feet. Competitive-style grape stomping saluted the growing season in a fest full of revelry. But what keeps hundreds of people coming back year after year?
That's really hard to pin down because we have great food. Obviously, the wine is fantastic. I would say Ben Marty and the Grape Stomp is incredibly funny.
The 3 stomps consist of 10 teams of 3 to 5 people. One team was formed right before the event.
So when I got here, I said, I don't have a team. Can I stomp?
Nancy from the Twin Cities was paired with Shelby and her mother Jean, who came all the way from Florida.
She said, Mom, I wish you were here because we can go do a grape stomp. And I said, sure. So I flew up here.
The unlikely partnership surprisingly placed second, only outdone by an experienced group.
So last year we were extremely close, and then this year we knocked it out of the park.
Last year we were the first losers.
Each team had a Renaissance Fest dancer as a coach.
And he told us to stomp slow and massage the grapes, so that's what we did.
Inside.
Yes. Yeah, and pull from the inside, or pull from,
the edges.
Yeah. So that's what we did, and we won.
The Stomp rock band, Satori Violet belly dancers, and the Black Forest masked visitors provided entertainment. However, the companionship is what will be remembered for the longest.
The thing I really like is meeting all the people here, and I would say really just experience, as they say in German, the Gemütlichkeit, which is the coziness, the camaraderie of this event.
The Stompers echoed his sentiment.
Meeting new people.
I think the
Know each
people,
other, yeah.
I think the spirit's just so high and everybody's having so much fun, and that seems like the most important thing. Even though it's cold, it doesn't seem cold.
The wine.
Drinking wine and meeting all these awesome people.
Whether you participated in the stomp or just enjoyed the wine and beer, it was a festive time for everyone. In New Ulm, Alex.Tejada, KEYC News 12.
The title of this year's conference is Living Soil, A Universe Underfoot. Earth and Space Science professor David Montgomery's opening speech tread upon the need to revitalize our soil's health.
Far too few people know about the fundamental importance of soil to the maintenance of civilization, and also about the degraded state of our soil globally, and how readily we can fix it, how we can bring it quite literally back to life.
In his own backyard in Seattle, Professor Montgomery and his wife found that 3 concepts led to more organic material and better soil: minimal disturbance, cover crops, and the diversity of crops. The last 2 are not new ideas, but combined with no-till farming, they can reduce the need for pesticides.
That translates into a more profitable farm. If you can grow just as much by spending less, that's a good recipe.
The good soil of southern Minnesota provides a lot of potential, but only with the presence of bacteria, fungi, and other microbes.
But there's still a lot to go yet on understanding how alive soils really are in that topsoil. It's just incredible.
Southern Minnesota soil scientist Terry Bovey stresses that we've made progress in the last 20 years and that most of the information has been known, however, not put into practice.
Some of the stuff is not new. People know about it, but it's a matter of the way that we use our land has gone in a different direction for so long. without really thinking too much about soil health.
Letting the soil stay free of insecticides and chemical supplements can allow for a more sustainable means of food production, yet the soil does need a helping hand.
Feeding that soil what it needs so it can feed us. It's got to be a two-way street. We got to understand their ecology, the soil's ecology.
Here at the Lunge Center on the campus of Gustavus Adolphus College, the 54th Nobel Conference continues tomorrow. In St. Peter, Alex Tejada, KEYC News 12.
Minnesota is a great place for cyclists, but Mankato's thriving bike community still remains relatively secret.
Kind of feel like we're a hidden gem with our paved bike trail network that we have and quiet county roads.
The Mankato River Ramble is a non-competitive event with 3 routes to choose from: the 12-mile Minneopa Falls Loop, the 26-mile Pie Run, and the 42-mile Lake Crystal Loop.
It really helps showcase Mankato as a great place to be outdoors.
All the rides pass through Sibley Park and feature lovely scenery, food and beverages, rest stops, live music, and ride support. One cyclist and mechanical engineer volunteered to do just that.
You get to repair stuff along the way, and people really appreciate it.
The routes are not extremely challenging.
Low stress, very welcoming to anybody kind of events for sure, and that is how the sport grows.
But there are good riders of all ages.
I'm 65 years old, and I can still bike pretty darn well.
The local pies, bands, and bike gear on display are enjoyed by everyone that comes out, no matter how far they decide to ride. Biking can be a hobby, a means of transportation, or a competition, but helping others experience the joy of riding is the key aspect of the River Ramble.
Being able to share my passion and love of riding bikes with so many other people. So, you know, sometimes when you're by yourself riding, you wonder if there's others out there like you, but events like this make you realize there are.
Even with all the enthusiasts, no one seemed to be able to pin down exactly why Mankato is so bike-friendly.
Just a great way to stay healthy.
In Mankato, Alex Tejada,